Hello and welcome everybody to the Super Baka Bros channel and tonight's stream of Neighborhood RPG, a show where I bring friends and family together to play Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host and game master, Angelo, as always, and with us we have our amazing group of players we're going to be introducing here shortly. I just realized that there we go. Hannah, if you can move a little bit more the other way, the other way. I moved your camera and I think you're sitting down in a different position. Like right there we go. Perfect. Okay. Now that's out of the way. This is an actual stream, but we're going to be introducing their characters here shortly. But first, I'm just going to say welcome back, everybody, and I hope you're all having a good evening. This session tonight is going to be the ending of this little preamble that we are playing to get through, getting used to the characters and the chemistry of the group. So after this session, next session is going to be the true beginning of the Curse of Strahd campaign. And I hope you've all enjoyed this and super excited for the beginning of that. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our character introduction if you're all ready for that. And let's see here. Turn that on real quick. First off, we have Phil. If you could, go ahead and introduce your character and whatever you'd like to say.
Sure, yeah. I'm playing Eldrin Farrell, half-elf bard, kind of a comedic bard. I think having this kind of extra little campaign has been nice. I'm definitely kind of approaching him differently than I was early on. I think kind of going forward to want to kind of embrace the idea of, him having a very disjointed sense of reality. So I think, at this point, after defeating the foes, if you asked him, he probably would have told you that he knew that this was what's going to happen the entire time. But deep inside, he definitely feared for his life at times.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for that. I love the insight of Eldrin's very much obscured view of reality. Excited to see how that kind of plays out the rest of this campaign. Next up, we have Hannah. And if you could, introduce your character and anything you would like to say. Go ahead.
I am Stropharia, a half-elf rogue. And my backstory is that I have amnesia and I'm trying to figure out who I am. And sometimes there's some little clues that happen that reawaken some memories for me.
It's very true. Last session, you actually had a very revealing dream of some possibility of training, secret training, and then some very fancy dinner party. So let's see if there's any more of that in the future. And thank you very much for introducing your character, Hannah. Last but not least, we have Cyrus. Go ahead, Cyrus, introduce your character and whatever you'd like to say.
Hello, I am Cyrus. I will be playing Bakrog the Stone, the ex-gladiator, half-giant, big ol' fighter, now level 3. We all gained levels last session, so I'm stoked to see how these new things work out, because I basically been just like a roll and hit character, and now I have a little bit more to do, so that'll be cool. Story-wise, he was kind of the reserved loner who always wanted a family, but could never find one after the tragic death of his giant mother. And now he's starting to really feel at home in this group. I think that's about it. I think that's where we're at. Besides his not blind fits of rage, that's not really it. He just gets very focused on absolutely decimating his enemies if they cross him. So he's still working on that, but it hasn't done him wrong yet, so why change?
Very nice. Thank you very much. There's definitely been moments of the streaking lines of anime attack rage moments with Bakrog, which I definitely like. And I don't know if we've ever you brought up your giant mother. I've never brought up the father, and as far as who they are or what they could possibly be, you don't have to answer it now, but definitely interested to see if we get the info of that backstory as the campaign continues on. Thank you all for introducing your characters. Before we get into the main campaign, the music that you are all hearing right now is from an amazing composer in Canada by the name of Travis Savoy. They have allowed us to use their music for this campaign. I put their Bandcamp into the chat, so definitely follow them if you haven't. It helps them out tremendously. And they got great music for your D&D campaigns, whether it's Curse of Strahd or Into the Abyss. He has some really cool stuff, so give them a listen and a follow for us. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the Curse of Strahd. So, previously on Neighborhood RPG, the 3 party members had infiltrated this mine, trying to find the missing miners and also the former leader of the Harper's Guild, the group that hired them to figure out what's going on up north in this mining town. They found the former leader who had...
Sir Angela?
What's up?
I believe you're on the battle map.
Oh, my bad. This one. There we go. Appreciate the heads up.
Nope.
What? It just takes a second on the stream. It's a slight delay. So they found the former leader of the Harper's Guild who had been controlled by the Mind Flayer, and a battle ensued. They defeated him and continued on to confront the Mind Flayer. A very intense battle happened where Bakrog had to jump off the top rope, if you will, 10 feet up in the air off of a large cliff face, and defeating the foe with a awesome downward slash with his greatsword. And as the battle finished, a very familiar voice, once thought dead, Charles, the reporter that they met with in the tavern, showed up right at the very end. And that is where we left off, actually. So before we get into... Actually, I'm going to go back to this one real quick. Before we get into the session tonight, everyone watching at home and the players, please, if you could, raise your drink of choice, as I like to say. Amazing glass, by the way, Hannah. Very lovely. A little toast before we start our session. So if you would join us, may your dice roll true, and may you all make it through. Meh. I love it when no one mez. That really just that perfectly sets it off for the loneliness. I appreciate that. So, shall we play? Now we'll switch over to this one. So, with that out of the way, the 3 of you just finishing this battle, you're panting and sweating. Definitely Bakrog, who has been climbing up and leaping down off of the short cliff face that is in this like cavern room that you're in. The miners that are still locked up behind this like steel gate that is off to the side. You hear the very familiar voice of Charles, the half-orc reporter that you met up with, who once thought was dead, comes running into the room after, like, literally right after you killed the Mind Flayer. His voice just booming through this cavern. Ha 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 ha! Well met indeed. All of you did a fantastic job. Fantastic indeed. He just walks right up to you without, any preamble whatsoever.
Just kind of shaking off the battle rage, the honed in feeling. So it's kind of like registering that someone's talking, but not really. I can't really hear him too clearly.
Gotcha. As he's walking up, the miners, they see Charles walk in, and a couple of them they start shouting out, Boss, let us out! Boss, let us out of here! Charles looks over at them and says, in due time, in due time. Well, I don't know if any of you is good with a lockpick, but if you could help out my men over there and free them, I'd appreciate it.
I feel as if I am not the one for this task.
I am the lockpicker. I am.
Yes. If you want to go pick the lock of the gate or whatever, it's a dexterity check with proficiency bonus. Since you are proficient with a lockpick.
Nice.
And as Strafaria walks over, 20 feet or so to the gate, Charles is looking at Eldrin and Bakrog and says, I'm sure all of you have many questions for me, so shoot away.
19.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you almost one-handed walk over and just slide the lockpick in, and it's opening before it's fully inserted. It pops open, and the miners that are in there, they're relieved and push the gate open. You see about 7 of them, humans, dwarves, couple of different, not elves but drow, which are different kind of elves. They come out thanking you one at a time as they come out of the gated area.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. Like a small, younger dwarf thanks you. Well, it seems you found my missing miners. I believe a few answers are due to you for all of your work, so let me know where you want me to begin. The miners start filing their way out of the gated area, grabbing gear to collect themselves to get the hell out of there.
And kind of look over and weren't you dead the last time we saw you?
Indeed. A bit of trickery on my part. So, just to fill you in on what happened, 3 weeks ago when I was supposed to meet Bren, which I saw back there, didn't make it. Rest in peace. I was supposed to meet him at this tavern, and I was held back by business. Mining business. I'm actually Bren Odengard of the Odengard Mining Company, and I've been acting like a reporter to try to figure out what is happening to my men. The night that I was supposed to meet up with Bren, my mining business held me back, and by the time I got there, Bren was there. Bren was no longer there. He was missing, and the barkeep, Graxus, I believe, or Grixis, something like that. I don't know goblin names that well. Anyways, he said that Bren never came and hadn't seen him, although I know Bren had been there, so I decided to devise a plan, because I've been running short on men and didn't know what to do. I decided to fake my own death and see if the new adventuring group that came by could figure out what was going on in that tavern. And that you did!
Yes, very funny. Kind of wiping blood off my giant sword as I say this.
Well, this has all been great fun. I gotta say, though, I'm not really inclined to want to spend too much more time down here. I think if for to catch up, perhaps we could better spend that time back in the pub.
Indeed. Well met. Well met, my good man. Why don't we walk and talk? I have a few things that we definitely want to go over.
We're gonna Sorkin?
A bit of Sorkin, yes.
All right.
So, and if you guys... Actually, everyone give me a perception check as you all are looking around now.
15.
Okay.
That emote is my perception check.
That emote is your perception. What would that equate to as a perception check, I wonder?
20 for sure.
Nice, yeah.
It's actually got a 22.
Did you get a natural 20 though?
No, it was a 19.
Wow.
Oh, very nice.
And,
Eldrin?
19.
19. Oh, very good. And Mab the Queen, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Good to see you here. You amazing, amazing person. All of you, as you're looking around, you notice that there's actually a decent amount of the mithril that was being mined in this cavern is in the mine carts, and you see the tent that is still by the entrance area left unattended. There's nobody over there whatsoever.
Yeah, sort of. So looking over at it, I'll get like a flash of the memory because I kind of forgot about it during the battle, both role playing and actually. And
Quite literally.
I there's something terrifying and strange in that tent. A giant brain. Maybe it looked towards me.
Charles Odengard, the orc, kind of stops in his place. Brain? A brain, you say? I believe that is left for the guards to handle. I don't want to go in there myself. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm with Eldrin. We should get the hell out of here.
Rather not see that thing ever again in my life.
Indeed. And he just starts walking out the way that you all came in. Kind of buddy with Eldrin, like already like regaling some sort of tale of the events that led up to meeting up with him and everything. If you want to start following, if there's anything you want to do in here, let me know.
I will, because I still have slightly melted chainmail. I will look around for maybe armor left by someone on a body that might fit me, or like ore of some degree that might be useful in making an armor. Just give a general armor replacing look-see.
With your fairly high roll, you look around and you see the dead goblin bodies that are laid about, which do not have really any armor. It's more of like tattered clothing. And then the very skinny robed mind flayer that is chopped essentially in half down the middle. There's nothing in there that would fit your body or even be real armor in general.
Fair. I'll start sauntering towards the other guys.
Okay. Strafaria?
I'm gonna follow Bakrag.
Okay. So as you're walking back the way you came, Charles is telling all of you the story that he actually set up. He's a little bit of a magic user himself, and he set up a couple of spells to use. One was the Feigned Death one that he cast upon himself to make him look like he was actually dead. And the other was a thaumaturgy spell that knocked all the lights out. Do you tell him as far as what happened leading up to the events after that, or do you just let him talk? Because he talks quite a bit, and we could definitely roleplay that if you want. But I'm just going to give you the gist of his arrogance and hubris, if you will, or if you'd like to say anything specifically to him, let me know.
I think Eldrin will say, so this was quite the plan you had hatched for us while we were down here risking our lives fighting mind flayers and goobly-goos. What were you doing?
I was playing dead. It actually... something a bit embarrassed about. I didn't realize the spell lasts as long as it did. I came down as soon as I woke up, though. And I am very grateful for the three of you, what you have done. By this time, you've come back to where Bren's body is. If anyone wants to take a look at his body, or Charles, he stops talking and says, pretty sure we should probably take Bren's body out of here. I would do it myself, but I'm not as strong as some of you. And points over to Strafaria and gives her a wink.
Before I help him carry the body, I am going to see if there's anything on him that would be useful to us on our journey.
Sure. Go ahead and do an investigation check as you're looking. And you can see, actually, the rest of you, all of you, give me insight as well.
Insight.
They're 18 for
Okay,
investigation.
nice.
And
Very nice.
22 for insight. First nat
Baller.
20 of the day.
Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Actually, that's probably the freaking first time where I did the confetti on time.
Nice. I just battled that. Well, I don't know if it was that one. I battled a different confetti animation in a video I was editing. 18 was my insight.
Yeah. Eldrin?
21.
Okay, so all of you notice this, and I'll tell you, Strafaria, what you get off of the body. You notice that as Charles is walking up to Bren's body, this is the first time where he has kind of diminished his ego, and you can see he's very much saddened by the sight of Bren's body, and for the most part, you could tell that it bothers him greatly that Bren is no longer among the living. Strafaria, as you're looking through the body, you find like a small little book, and as you like go to open it up, it talks about runes and different rune, rune making and implementing into fighting skills. Something that is used for in battle, if you will.
I will put that in my satchel.
Okay.
And then
Very
I
nice.
will also give him a hug and console him. And
To
tell him
Charles?
I'm sorry for his loss.
Oh, Charles, like as you go to hug Charles, he kind of like instinctively kind of steps back for a second and realizes you're going to hug him. He's still a little bit on edge after being dead, if you will. But then he realizes what you're doing and embraces the hug, and he says, "I thank you. I met Bren once before the tavern, and he was a good man, strong leader as well. He deserved better than this, much better." Now, and points over at Eldrin. "Little elf boy, if you could please, go ahead and carry the body out of here."
Oh, nothing would make me more happy than to do that, but I went to this festival a year or two ago, and I pulled something in my back. I've never quite been the same again. I told my physician that I would not pick up any more dead bodies since then, and I'd hate to disappoint him.
I totally understand.
Mid sentence, I just walk over and slump him on over.
He is of decent size. Go ahead and give me
Okay.
a strength check, even though that you are strong as well.
For sure. No, he almost
You see in the
killed my
background.
ass.
Yeah, that's true. He was a badass. As Eldrin is saying the story, you can see in the background Bakrog walking over and just picking up the body.
Well, I hope someone else feels like carrying this guy. I got a 1.
Nice. You get the body. You get the body up. You pick the body up. But as you're going to lift up the body, almost like Eldrin foreshadowing the future, you feel this like spasm in your back for a split second, and you fear that you've thrown your back out, and you stop, look around to see if no one notices. Take a big deep breath, give yourself a moment, and then you continue to lift. But there's a split second where you think, "Oh my back is gonna go out." But you very slowly lift up Bren's body and start carrying him out.
This game's starting to hit a little close to home.
I know, right? I was just thinking. I was just thinking that.
I have a question for Charles.
Sure.
I need to know if he wants his papers back that I stole from him when I thought he was dead.
Oh, damn, that's right. You did. Or did you say that out loud to Charles?
I do.
Charles looks down at the papers and he says, "Not need to worry at all. I had those on my body so that you had a clue to where to look around. They were me laying out my plan, if you will. But,
Thank you for the.
if you
for the
want to
clues.
use the papers for yourself, by all means." You guys continue walking out, Bakrog carrying Bren's body. It takes another 20, 30 minutes or so. You know, you're familiar with the area, but it takes some time. With, Bakrog carrying Bren. Go ahead, Eldrin.
That's fine. I can do this after we finish this little part.
Sure. You get to the part where you're climbing up the ladder to get up into the tavern once again, where it all started. I'm gonna need another strength check actually from you, Bakrog, as you're carrying this body. I'm gonna say with that natural 1, the DC has increased a little bit. So if you do a natural 1 here, it might be a little more devastating.
All right, let's roll some numbers.
While he's rolling, I got a note that although I did offer to give Charles his papers back, I'm keeping the 30 gold I stole from him.
That is going to go unmentioned.
And as like after you said about the papers, you see Charles as they're walking. He's just kind of like looking around for a second and starts like patting himself, but doesn't say anything. He's just like, wait a second.
I got an 8 total.
Yeah, your body is super tight after that battle. You get up the ladder, obviously, but you feel like you possibly need to get the name of Eldrin's physician because you are a little sore right now. So all of you get back up into the tavern. This time, there's no one in there. It's all closed off and everything. You can see through the windows of the tavern that it is now daytime. The storm is gone. It's bright, sunny day, but there is a tremendous amount of snow outside during that storm that kept all of you inside the tavern, especially Grixis, which none of you have seen Grixis at all. You last saw him when he took off after that battle with the oozes and the other goblins. So just a reminder of the status of Grixis. As you get up to the tavern, Charles immediately walks over to the bar and just starts pouring himself an ale without, asking of any kind. He looks at each of you and says, "Does anyone want any?"
Not one to say no.
Very good. Let's say it's on the house, if you will.
I feel like Grixis wouldn't like this, so I'll take one.
Yes, where is that little fellow?
Haven't seen him since he ran like a coward from the slimes.
Although I am usually only a fan of the gillyweed, I will also have an ale just to piss off Grixis.
Very good. We'll have to maybe try some of that gillyweed sometime. And he starts pouring more ale for everyone else. As he does this and he hands you each a drink, he looks at you all now a little more seriously and says, "Now, I don't have too much gold to give you for what you've done, and I'm sure the Harper's Guild is going to take care of that for you. But one of the things that kept me from meeting up with Bren was procuring and making of some magical items that might help you all in the future. Definitely was going to help my miners if they were in trouble, but I didn't get it to them in time, as you can all tell." And he starts to pull out 3 small stones that have like a circular spiral design in them They're no bigger than 3 inches in diameter, but he hands each of you one of these stones. If you take them, that is.
I accept. Thank you for this.
I take the stone and put it in my satchel on my hip.
Nice. As you all take the stone, I'm sure Eldrin does. He wouldn't.
You know what they say about assumptions. I'll say this is a good start. You talked a lot about your appreciation. I guess maybe we can assign a number to it later, but for now, it's fine.
That's a fair statement, but these aren't just normal stones. These are sending stones. They have a limited range that you can use to communicate with each other. So if you're in trouble and not right next to each other, you're able to give a heads up before the others are in trouble. Something that might be useful for you in the future.
Noise. I'll test mine out.
Sure. What do you say into your stone?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
The other two, Strafaria and Eldrin, you just suddenly hear this like weird double echo of Bakrog, who's standing right next to you, going testing, 1, 2, 3, loud as can be.
This is your first time around a sending stone, I see.
And Charles, you're familiar with sending stones. I should have guessed. One shouldn't assume, as you know what assume means.
All too well. Yes, a man of much knowledge, experience.
My respect is raised. For you, that is. So, like I said, I don't have any money for any of you, but I do have appreciation and my forever gratitude. Is there anything else that I can help you with, or any information that I can give you?
Do you have a sending stone? Can we call you up if we're ever in a bind?
Wise question. Of course I have a sending stone. I have the sending stone. All you'll need to do is press that little circle in the middle as you're talking, and it'll go to me directly. That's a good question, big man. No.
This is Phil asking the
Sure.
question, because I feel like, this whole process has been a long time. Would we, our characters, understand kind of where we're at in direction well enough to get back to the guild?
Yeah, I mean, it was
method,
a straight...
like how we get there.
For sure. I mean, you all came in on a cart that was given to you. Or no, you had horses. You all had your own individual horses. That's right. And as you go to leave, when you go to leave, I'm going to have you roll survival checks to see how well. But it was a straight north and south sort of journey. South of Mirabar to Waterdeep and back to where the Harper's Guild is. So if you all want to leave, we can get that going for you. You're definitely going to have to get your horses still. But it's up to you. Charles, as he's looking around the tavern, says, I might take over this place. Make it a bit fancier. What do you say to that, Eldrin? Maybe a place you would go to visit.
Not typically the kind of place I'd find myself, but now that you mentioned it, I am curious what happened to our so-called friend who used to run this place.
Something that I'm going to be trying to find out in the next few days, for sure. As the mines are excavated, I'm going to be assigning armed men with them as well. I think I was a bit foolish in thinking that these mines that hold mithril, one of the most rarest ores in all of the Sword Coast, would just be left unattended and up for the grab. But I'll let you all know if I find Grixis, and tell him you say hello. In my own special way, that is.
I'll just kind of pound my drink, look to you all. Is it time we head out?
I think I'm ready.
I guess, so we leveled up after the last session,
Correct.
but does leveling like inherently like rest us?
Yeah, in our game, yes.
Okay.
Traditionally, that is not the case, but in this game, I'm going to say yes. I like to do it that way because I like to play this like a video game, to be honest with you.
Totally. Okay, then yes, I am.
Unless any of you have a problem with that and you want to, we could. This is an open discussion table for sure. Table.
I'm good to not have to say we rest again. Also,
People want to see it. I mean, it's really unfair to them not to get to see us rest. But I mean, that's me. I'm the people's champion. I'm just here for them.
Phil's the one that's like, what about our incumbent weight? Like,
Yes.
our item should be slowing us down, guys.
Yeah, I'm ready to head out. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. ready when you all are.
I'm ready.
Ready to brave the dangers of what this storm brought.
Well,
Well,
if there's anything that you all need, please let me know.
good seeing you, Chucky boy.
You as well, little elf boy. I look forward to renovating this place and maybe inviting you to do a show here. I hear you are a comedic commentator of some kind.
Yes, and unfortunately, it's a nasty rumor that's been going around. I've been doing my best to correct this this rumor that's been spreading through the kingdom. But no, I obviously intelligent, quick wit, charming, but I have no need for earning money. So
Indeed. Well, I'll be sure to correct those rumors if I ever hear them again. Good day to you all, and safe travels. Please let the Harpers Guild know that I'm forever in their debt.
Aye.
So you all go to leave, I would imagine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stand and make my way to the door.
Okay. As you all head out of the tavern, you open the door to Mirabar, which is a sloped, like the tavern itself is up on the hill and it slopes downward back into the main part of the village. Eldrin, we lost you in roll 20, just a heads up. I don't know if that's me. Let me refresh.
You have returned.
There we go. You have returned.
Now you're doubled in. You got to meet yourself in roll 20 again.
There we go. Okay. Good old roll 20. It's pretty cool until it doesn't want to be.
That's exactly how spell table works too.
Seriously, I feel like roll 20, spell table, and Discord are all just ran by the same people. I know they're not, but they're all ran by the same people. So as all of you... Oh, wait. Let me turn this up a little bit. as you start heading your way down the slope, away from the main mining camp, back into Mirabar, which the town of Mirabar is very small. I mean, it's essentially only there because of the mining camp. You're all getting a good view of it for the first time since you came in at nighttime with a storm, like basically following you in. Everyone, go ahead and give me perception checks as you're looking around.
A 15.
Nice.
Jesus. 19.
8.
You said 8,
Yeah.
Strahd? Okay. Balrog and Eldrin, you notice that most of the like houses, a lot of they're actually like more or less huts, are very basic and run down. This is definitely a place where you would not be, for the most part, Eldrin, as there is nothing fancy here for you. But Balrog, you honestly almost feel a little familiarity with this sort of in-close, simple lifestyle that you haven't seen in quite a long time, as you've been living on your own for the most part. You all go find your horses that have been tied up in the stable that you tied them up. You pay the... No, it was already paid, sorry. The stable master that was holding on to the horses, a small dwarf lady who is very much relieved to see the three of you come back for your horses. As she gives your horses back, she's like, it's good to see you. It's been about almost a day and a half. I didn't know if you're going to be coming back or not.
We got a little sidetracked. Thank you for taking care of my horse.
You're very welcome. And horses are cuties. Well, have a good day. And she just goes back to her duties. Okay. So, as you all go to leave Mirabar itself, who would like to roll a survival check to see how to get out of here and which route you're going to take? The DC is fairly low since you've already come this way. But this is going to kind of dictate what sort of encounters or obstacles you might see. So the three of you can decide.
I'm fairly low on that one, so I will.
Pass.
Do you have
Only
some
a
sort of...
+2 on that one.
Yeah, it's better than...
There's
I'm at
better
a
than
0.
that. Okay, I'll roll it.
All right. And Mab, I don't know where the auto mute is on Roll20. That is a really good point.
8.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, Mab brought up auto mute. Roll20 is something new to me. And really cool though. I freaking love all the different features. So 8, as you go to leave the town, pretty uneventful. The hill of the mountain that Mirabar is on sort of recedes in the background as you get closer and closer to more forest and trees, less snow. You travel about a good 2 or 3 hours, and then you finally, the snow's gone, and it is like in your rear view, if you will. Not to take a horrible phrase from our world, but you're traveling for a while. If you want to have any discussion or say anything to each other, this is the time, or we can just kind of skip past this leg of the journey, and I'll have you roll another survival check.
I think the Balrog just sort of is taking in the scenery and enjoying the company of his new friends. He'll engage in any small talk that is brought up, but nothing of any importance to say, really.
Sure.
Eldrin's going to say, I guess kind of along those lines. Well, I suppose that our time together has drawn to an end. I've enjoyed this little adventure of ours. I hope we see each other again.
I would love nothing more.
And Strafaria, as you're traveling all on your horses and everything, in moments throughout the journey, you think back to the dream that you had, the first time where you've had some sort of like clue to your past that has been completely left in the dark. You don't think about it too long, but when you do, it's very intense. Like the flashes of the images that you saw, especially that dinner that you went to, this like really fancy dinner with the large doors that opened up, and as you were walking through, like your dream ended instantly. Just something to think about. As you all continue to travel, let's go ahead and roll another survival check, whoever wants to do that.
You want to try again?
Yeah. 13.
Thank you, Mab, for the heads up on how to mute myself. That's awesome. There we go. Should not be a problem. You said 15?
13.
13. Okay. More familiar with the road itself as you get to the point where you had the encounter with the bandits that tried to trick all of you with the broke down cart, and where we first saw Bakrog absolutely decimate most of them, including the leader, who she was like down on the ground, basically just done with, and Bakrog executed her very viciously. You like can still see where there's blood on the ground. Bodies are nowhere to be seen though, and seems to be either taken away by some people that came along, or possibly some creatures. You don't know. As you continue to travel, you get closer and closer to Waterdeep, the large city, like one of the biggest cities on the Sword Coast where you all live. If anyone needs to do any shopping or has any sort of item that they're looking for, we can do that now if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to replace this melting armor.
Fair enough. So as you all come into the city, the gates themselves are closed, but as you walk closer, they open up. The guards seeing the three of you who know who you are. They saw you as you left. They open up, but they kind of keep an eye on Bakrog specifically, as your armor literally is melted in places, and definitely with your size and everything is throwing them off a little bit. As you, let's see here, let's go ahead and roll an investigation check. Actually, give me a history check instead to see if you can figure out where the best place is to buy armor. Whoever wants to do that.
Okay, well, my roll is not very good, so
14.
Okay. Strafaria, do you want to roll at all?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we were all supposed to.
Oh, you can if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's a history check.
10.
Okay. So, Eldrin, being the definitely more seasoned city goer, you're way more familiar with shops and different places to buy goods. You have an idea, because Bakrog has definitely been mentioning his armor is pretty haggard. You have an idea of where you could probably get some armor if you would like to let him know.
Um, I'm thinking since your armor is barely hanging on for dear life there, Sir Balkrog, I had a igneous idea that maybe you should get some new one over here at this shop.
Very much like to do that. I think drawing a bit more attention to myself than I'm used to.
I got you.
So as you walk through Waterdeep, you see all kinds of different people, rich, poor, all kind of intermingled with each other. If anyone wants to roll perception checks to see if they notice anything besides just the typical day of Waterdeep and the merchants and scribes, people walking about, go ahead.
I'll roll because I have the observation advantage too.
There you go.
Oh. 10.
For half a second, I thought you were going to say a natural 1 or something.
I got a 15 on my perception.
Okay. Anything for you, Eldrin?
Sure. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Get that going. There we go. Shut that off before I forget. Let's see here. So, I will say, Eldrin, as you're looking around, you notice some people from your past, if you will. Some people that you do not want to interact with. They definitely have not noticed you yet, but as they are heading the direction toward where you're going, if you don't say or do something to change that direction, there's a very good chance you're going to run into these people that you know you do not want to interact with. Full disclosure.
I'm gonna stop and kind of position myself so that Balkrog is between me and them, and then kind of go down to one knee and pretend to fix my shoe.
Okay. The rest of you notice Eldrin sort of like stopping and kind of fixing his shoe that doesn't look like it needs to be fixed. It's a little off-putting for the fact that it's just seemingly out of nowhere.
I'm pretty one-track minded in general, and I really want to deal with the armor, so I'm like
just patiently waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Eldrin, as you're doing this, you're like kind of keeping an eye on the two people, one person in particular, who is walking along. They have their scribe following behind them, and they're basically speaking to the scribe for them to write down. You could see that his necklace that he is wearing is very familiar, and personally to you, very familiar. Something that you used to own previously. As they get out of your sight, away from where you're at, do you stay down or do you want to keep going?
Something I used to own, like, that was taken from me, or?
Possibly. I mean, if you want to get into that right now, something that you definitely used to have in the past.
Interesting. Do I kind of see the direction that they're headed?
Yeah, they were headed toward the armor, and they kind of taken a left, and they're heading what looks like, with your natural 20, it looks like it's heading right to the royal palace.
I'll make a note of that and then kind of stand up. Sorry, friends. Had to take care of that real quick, shall we?
Happens to the best of us.
Isn't that the truth?
So as you all continue on, you get to the armorer, You walk in. It's like a very simple building made of stone. You walk into the shop. It looks, open and ready to take patrons. You're instantly sorry, just burping like crazy over here. You're instantly greeted by the sounds of a blacksmith working in the background. There's a smell of fire and some like sulfur in the air. There's a very strong and robust like female tiefling who is working the anvil and a piece of metal. Looks like some sort of a sword, if you will. But you can see in the shop there's all kinds of like chainmail, like really gorgeous chainmail armor and plate mail, all kinds of different things. As you walk in, she still continuing to work on her sword. She just calls out to the rest of you. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. What can I do for you? Just continuing to work.
Seems you have a fine selection of armors here. I'm looking for something to replace this.
And she finally turns to look at the rest of you, and she's just, jeez. Yeah, you're definitely gonna want to get that replaced. Looks like you got it burned somehow. Acid, maybe? She's eyeing the armor, trying to get a good idea of your size and everything too.
Slimes. Long story.
Jeez. Not the funnest creatures to interact with, but I can see you're going to definitely want to upgrade that. What are you thinking? What kind of armor do you want?
Something big, something strong.
Fair. Good answer. More importantly, how much gold are you looking to spend?
I guess Bakrog would not be coy enough, if that's the right term, to say less than how much he actually has. So he'll tell her I've got 15 gold coins and 2 pieces of mithril ore if you're interested in those.
The 15 gold doesn't get you much. I'll say that up front. But you did say mithril?
Indeed.
Interesting. Do you care if I take a look?
I'll pull it out and show her the goods.
Okay. As soon as you pull it out, the shiny silver ores that are, not too big. I would say a small tangerine size. You handed it out to her, and her face instantly, this red-skinned tiefling with these large horns on her head, instantly brightens up as she sees that. You're not joking. That is indeed mithril. Wow. Very interesting. We could do some business if you'd like. What are you thinking? Maybe breastplate or possibly half plate?
If only I knew my armors better.
Eldrin's gonna kind of step forward, kind of throw his arm around whatever height is appropriate on maybe his waist, I guess. I don't know. And say, my very good friend here fought valiantly to keep the 3 of us alive. So, as a thank you, I'll say that I want to make sure that he gets his armor taken care of however he needs to, regardless of the price.
Go ahead, and whoever wants to do this, give a persuasion check with advantage.
Probably not
Plus
me.
2 persuasion.
Oh, I have +7.
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe that person might be the one. That's,
24.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Remember that.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, she listens to you talk. You fought really valiantly for this. That's impressive. You know what? I like the look of the three of you. Give me a second. And she like goes to the back for a moment in her like back area. You can hear like some boxes being moved, some armor, metal, uh, definitely like banging up against each other. She comes out with this full plate armor, but it has this like really interesting shine to it. It almost looks like as you move it, it like has a rainbow sort of shine as the light hits it. But the majority of it looks like a silver base coat. As she brings it out, she's like struggling. It's fairly heavy. She sets it down in front of you and says, "This looks like probably about your size. This is adamantium armor. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's fairly heavy, so not going to be the stealthiest person out there. But if some big bad guy hits you with a pretty nasty hit, it's going to prevent that from being too bad."
This looks perfect.
So what this is, outside of the role-playing, is if somebody hits you with a critical hit, it negates the critical hit, and it is a normal hit.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Get some taking going on in here.
She eyes the mithril and says, "Now, I'm definitely going to need both of those pieces, though, if you're going to take this."
I mean, Backrog doesn't care.
You're almost like handing it already before she even finishes saying what she's saying.
Just like big ass armor. Yes, please.
The armor. So do we have a deal?
For just the ore, yes, we do.
Yes, just the ore. I mean, you're kind of,
Unless my streetwise friend wants to butt in here.
Yes, I'm all about cultivating and maintaining relationships. So, whatever additional cost is necessary for him to have this armor, I'll be happy to take care of for him.
No, you know what? Just barely. The ore is going to cover it, so you're fine. You look like a strong, strapping young lad.
I do push-ups.
No, not you, elf boy.
Oh man,
how strong are you? If you were to throw a number on it,
I'd say I'm about 19 strong.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you're good. I think you can handle this for sure. Like I said, you're not going to be the stealthiest person, but you definitely, it's going to be hard to hit you. If I had to put a number on it, I would say it would take an 18 or higher to hit you.
Sick.
She takes the ore and looks at the other two of you. Is there anything you two might need, or any business, any ore that might have on you?
Is this all armor?
Or
is this
Armor,
stuff too?
some weapons, no magical, nothing magical, no potions, anything like that.
Do you have any bows?
I mainly deal in metal, to be honest with you, but I can point you to a good weapon shop that deals in other, non-metal like items. I don't want to steer you wrong.
I guess while we're here, I mean I've pretty much spent my stuff, but he's so happy about this armor. He's dumped the melting chainmail on the ground. Doesn't understand maybe the social graces so much, and has put on the new armor. And then just beaming, so happy, biggest half giant smile I've ever seen. He'll pull out his giant sword, go, "Is there anything you could do to improve this?"
And you see her kind of like talking to you, but looking down as she's talking to you, kind of like wide-eyed, definitely impressed. Yeah, I can do something with that for sure. And then finally, she kind of looks up. What do you what do you want? Make it stronger to hit somebody? Actually, I can't put any magical effects on it. I know some people that can, but I could definitely make it a stronger weapon.
Just let's see, sharper, larger, beefier.
Sure.
What do you
It'll
got?
take some time, to be honest with you. Maybe a day or so if you wanted to do something like that. But yeah, I can make it do more damage for sure.
I kind of look over at Eldrin, get a little inspired, and look back and go, "How about for 10 gold coins?"
That's right. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen unless any of you or friends want to help out. I'm going to need a lot more than 10, probably a lot more than your 15 that you got on you, but I do appreciate the honesty.
Well, it's good to know it's possible.
What are we looking at?
If you want any significant, that's a pretty good weapon already. Anything significant, you're looking around 100 to 150 gold to increase that.
Ooh. I'll pick up the melted chainmail. Want to buy this?
No, I don't. You could leave it here if you'd like. Out of the kindness of your heart, I might be able to do something with it, or you could maybe try to sell it to somebody else. But that's seen some better days for sure.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna leave it there. I don't know if he even says anything. He just drops it.
I think that price sounds reasonable.
Oh, you would like to get this done?
I am a man of getting things done.
And she kind of looks at you with a renewed respect. I like that in a man. Do you all have a day so I can work on this?
I mean, I'm heading out, but this tall gentleman's free to wait a day if he likes.
Stick behind for a meteor sword.
That's a hell of a deal. I mean, one day.
Considering the different the ore that you just brought in, I'm willing to expedite your job for you.
Hell yeah.
But like I said, it's going to take a day. I don't know if you need to stay with your buddies or if you have something to do, but you will have to stay here.
Wait, not here, but in town, I assume.
Yeah, you're not staying here. I don't have room for all of you.
Bokrog's like, so I mean, I'm willing to stay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, get 150 gold and we'll get it going.
Rolling my 15. Do you actually have just like a huge cache of gold over there?
Well, there's a bit of my backstory that y'all don't know. You may find out.
So do you give the gold, Phil? Sorry, Eldrin.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I missed that part. Yes.
Okay. Hand over the gold.
I'm gonna
She
pull out my like bag of coins, and then I pull out the 150, put my bag of coin back, and then reach to a different pocket and pull out a small empty bag of coins, and then put those coins in that bag, and then give her the bag of coins.
Wow. Okay. She takes the gold and she kind of eyes you a little bit. Very nice. Okay. If you could leave the sword and give me this time tomorrow, we'll get you going.
I will leave the sword.
Very nice. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. So unless anyone has any other business here.
I would like those instructions to the bow shop.
Absolutely, my dear. When you head out here, and she starts telling you where to go, which is a few streets down away from there is a bow shop. So if you all would like to head over there real quick, she's working on your greatsword. You find the bow shop. It's a weapons store in general. You walk in, and there's a high elf merchant behind the desk. You see all kinds of elven swords, bows, crossbows, daggers, all kinds of different weapons. As you walk in, he greets the three of you. Good day. How may I be of service to you all?
Looking for a new bow. Wondering what you had.
I have all kinds of bows. Is there a particular kind that you're looking for? Short?
I'd like a long bow.
Long? Interesting. He kind of eyes your arms and says, without any sort of preamble, you don't look like you have the arms for a long bow, but you know what happens when you assume. Let me see what I have. And he kind of looks around for a moment, stops and turns around and says, what sort of money are you looking to spend here?
I have 30 gold.
Indeed, 30 gold. Okay. Comes back with a very beautiful dark oak looking longbow that the string on it is actually like this shiny silver look. He hands it out to you, and you go to like pull it back, and it's definitely a harder pull back than your short bow, but you pull it back without too much trouble at all. He quickly lets you know that this is a full two-handed weapon, so you're going to have to put all of your effort into it, but it definitely does more damage than your typical short bow. This would be 50 gold.
Hey Elgin, you want to spot me 20 gold?
I suppose it'd be pretty messed up to say no, so.
Thank you.
Do we have ourselves a deal here?
Yes.
Indeed. I thank you for your patronage. Anything else I can get you fine folks?
I don't really have a very good way of kind of striking someone from a distance. Do you have a little, like something I could fit into like a bag or a pocket? Just maybe like a little mini crossbow or something?
A mini crossbow? No, that is a good question indeed.
Did I just invent that?
I think you may have just invented something. I don't know how safe it would be to put it in a pocket, though.
How about a slingshot? Hopes I'm talking in his
definitely
voice
know
instead of my own.
I definitely have heard of slingshots, but no, I don't have any sort of a crossbow. I do say there is a story of some sort of...
I got a deal for you.
Yes?
You give me 1,000 gold for 50%. You handle manufacturing. I'll do advertising.
Give me a persuasion check.
Please don't be high. Shit. 23.
He, like, for a moment, like, genuinely thinks about doing this and is, like, thinking, this guy's got something here. He's got an idea, but then he kind of catches himself. No, I believe not. But maybe in the future, if I do actually manufacture something like that, I may come see you for advertisement reasons. You do have the gift of gab, my good man.
Yes, and you have the gift of obliviousness.
I don't know what you quite mean, but I do appreciate your insight.
You were saying?
Anything else I can get you?
I believe I cut you off. I had made my request for some kind
Oh, no, it's, there's some talk of it's nothing that important, of somebody who's invented some sort of a
of
small explosive device that shoots a ranged metal weapon, but I've never seen one myself, but possibly out there somewhere. Might be able to find something of that sort, but not here.
well, what do you have that would best fill my needs?
I mean, are you magically inclined?
I have been known to dabble.
Well, then, I think possibly if you have some sort of magical range spell, that might do you good. But as far as what I have nothing here. I made a joke.
Do you have a regular crossbow?
Oh, of course. Sorry. Yes, of course.
I guess that probably works.
Are
Just a
you
backup.
familiar with a crossbow?
I am, I would say, proficient.
Interesting. Light or heavy, my good man?
Probably better light.
Indeed. If you wanted a crossbow, how much gold are we looking to spend?
That's the problem. I really don't have very much. So it might get tricky.
Fair enough. How about, and he kind of eyes you, 20 gold?
Oof. You're killing me. You're killing me. Yeah, you know what? I can probably make that work. For you? Yeah, let's do it.
Very good. Takes 20 gold. And this whole time, all of you are seeing Eldrin just whip out gold after gold after gold. You've never seen him spend like this before, and it's definitely caught you all a little off guard. How much gold he has on his person. The elf gentleman comes out with it's a very nice looking light crossbow that has like a sort of like cherry red finish to it. Gives you 25 bolts as well. So you want to mark that down. Strafaria, you get 25 regular arrows on top of what you already have. Well, is there anything else I can get the rest of you?
I'm good.
Good. I do appreciate your patronage, and please come see us anytime. So, as you all leave, we can just kind of fast track the sword. Are you all staying here the day with Bakrog, or people taking off?
Because as soon as I exit the shop, I'm like, so who's ready to go to bed?
Yeah, what time of day is this?
By the time you're traveling and everything and getting down, it's late afternoon, 4, getting closer to 5 o'clock.
I don't know if I'm ready for bed, but I have an even better way of helping the time go by faster.
I'm all ears.
Smash cut, drinking montage.
Oh! Constitution saving throws, everybody. Let's see how well you all handle your liquor.
I got some good con. Let's do this.
Not great. Oh, nothing good. 8.
6.
Oh.
13.
All right.
Oh, you drink this under the table.
So as you all find yourselves in this like really nice tavern with the fire roaring in the background, all of you drink quite heavy. Bakrog and Eldrin, you find yourselves at times like really getting close to getting sick, but not fully getting there. Strafaria, you have no problems whatsoever. You're pounding ale as if it's just water, and it's really causing Eldrin and Bakrog to like pause and second guess themselves as far as their drinking capabilities. But the three of you have a good time. You talk with some locals and find yourselves in the late evening. If you'd like to find a place to stay the night, we can definitely just do that real quick.
Yeah, sounds good.
For sure.
So let's go ahead and we'll do a long rest, if you will.
Nice.
None of you need any health or anything, but
Yeah.
just
So
keep
there
that
we
in
got
mind.
there. We got there.
Yeah. Strafaria, as you go to sleep and you're finally getting to that close to that REM sleep that you're looking for, your eyes get heavy and you finally get there. And after a while, you find yourself once again having that dream. The training as a young child with some like small classroom, just you in the classroom, some older elven gentleman, a long white beard who's like super strict, smacking your wrists whenever you get something wrong, making sure that you know that if you get something wrong, you may die. As you get older and older through this dream, it's a similar playing out of training, martial arts training, weapon training, and then a huge portion of it is studying of mushrooms and poisons and different alchemical assassination techniques that, for whatever reason, is like really showing over and over and over again in this dream. And then finally, like seemingly out of nowhere, it like, and you're in front of that door. This large double door, this royal, fancy-looking door that opens up slowly. And this time, as you look in, you can actually see this like huge feast, this large table in front of you, where some of the fanciest-looking people you have ever seen are sitting there, almost like waiting for you to come in, like they're expecting you to come in. They all know you. I almost said the Cheers line. I had to stop myself.
Everybody knows your name.
Everybody knows your name. As you step through and like you go to sit down at the table, you wake up, find yourself in a very plain, simple inn that you all found in the evening. Not really with any sort of a headache of any kind, but definitely your body could tell it had a good time the night before. So if you all want to get up and go about your day to get your sword, if you will, you can definitely do that.
I go
Buckrod.
straight there. Kid on Christmas. So excited.
Fair enough. As you find yourself back at the blacksmith armorer, you open the door. It's early morning. You open the door, and that female tiefling is hard at work. She's like, with your greatsword, stabbing it into water, and it's like smoking intensely as it was just red hot prior to that. She goes to pull it out, and you see it has this like different sheen to it, if you will. It's like a dark gray matte to it, whereas a lighter finish before. And it has this like really cool wiggle design on the sharpened edge of the blade. As she pulls it out, she very deftly like swings it around one arm, moves it very easily, and sees you and says, "Ah, good to see you back. Just finished, actually. Think this will do nicely, although be careful, it's pretty sharp." And she goes to hand it to you.
I'll take it and hold it Thundercat style.
So this is a greatsword +1.
Yeah.
And it's going to do 2d6 +2 damage on top of your strength modifier on top of it. So it's 2d6 plus strength +2.
Heck yeah.
and then when you go to attack, you add 1 to your attack roll.
Oh, nice.
So it's a pretty high-end sword. You just gave her some mithril ore, so.
Sick.
Well, hope you all have a good day, and definitely come back and see me if you need any more items.
I go off on a solo grinding quest where I just go back and forth between that mine, bringing it back, maxing out all my gear.
Yeah, hell yeah! Before you get to Strahd and you just one-shot him.
Oh no, wait, that's just how I play every RPG that I play.
I wish you could do something like that in Zelda, but like the way that they limit that sort of experience. Like you go to the Goron Mountain and get that sword that takes years to make. If you could just get that right at the beginning, that'd be amazing. You all leave the blacksmith armor. Would you like to head out of town, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm ready to go continue back to the... I dropped the ball. I couldn't think of the name.
So the guild's not in this town?
No, it's a little bit further south.
We're ready to make for the...
Down in Daggerford.
And there's some kind of castle in this town?
Yeah, Waterdeep has a fairly large castle here, yes.
I'm admiring my new bow and smiling.
Nice, nice. Oh, I love those emotes.
Well, kids, should we wrap this up? Head on out?
Yes, let's make for the hoppers. And hopefully we don't encounter any bandits along the way, I'll say as I'm just staring at my shiny new sword.
Why do you say that? I mean, you're just jinxing us. The fact that you said it means we're bound to.
Oh no. Sheath the sword. Start heading out.
So as you all go to leave, go ahead and give me another survival check by somebody to see how well we handle this last journey of the trek home.
I have a +2 for survival.
Yeah, you're our survivalist.
Yeah.
I'm a 0.
Well, I got a 7.
Okay, good to know. So as you make your way further south, all of you with whatever new toys or weapons that you have, you're kind of like getting more familiar with them, moving around. Eldrin, you're like pulling the bolt back, getting used to the trigger, maybe occasionally taking a shot or two, retrieving the bolts as you do that. After a while, you get closer and closer to sorry, I had a brain fart there. Daggerford, where you're headed to. Strafaria, you hear off, like in the bushes, a noise, leaves kind of rustling a little bit, probably 20-30 feet away from you.
Going to investigate.
Sure, you like walk over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and kind of try to listen and see what I can see.
Okay.
18.
18. As you walk over there, you like look kind of close into the bush, and as you do, you see like very low to the ground, the sort of yellow eyes, like 2 eyes looking at you. And as soon as you see it, you instantly know what it is, but then you hear, and the next thing you know, this small, like, figure jumps out of the bush, and it goes to leap at you, actually. So if we could, everybody, roll initiative, please.
Definitely thought you just made that sound.
What do you mean? I totally did. That was me.
I was
It
like,
was amazing.
damn,
My-
he's really getting this down.
This guy's really getting obsessed with this.
I got a 16 for initiative.
15.
17.
Strafaria is going to be right here. And you guys are over here. I don't know if you can see the map yet.
I don't see the map yet.
Right there. Let me know if you
Now
do.
I
There
see
we
the map.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are there. I'm going to real quick, because this is no, don't do that. No. Oh my gosh, hold on.
What did you do?
Computer crashes.
No, it's interesting because it does like this whole GM view and non-GM view. So all of a sudden you see this wolf, not a large wolf, but a wolf, like jump out of the bush at Strafaria, and they are like running directly at her. It's this like dark black coat, and the teeth is a bit red. Let me know what the initiative order is, please. What'd you guys roll for initiative?
Oh,
15.
I think mine was 16. Yeah.
Eldrin?
17.
Damn, what the hell, guys? Just consecutively rolling for each other? Okay, well, that didn't go well for the wolf.
I mean, it's not going.
It's so funny, I really didn't have to even move it around. So, yeah, that's true, Mab. I want to mess with that more, because like it'll auto do the initiative in Roll20. It's a super cool app. I love the fact that, Mab, you know your stuff. But I'm doing it outside of Roll20 right now because I'm not fully familiar with it yet. At the very top of the round, Eldrin, you see this wolf running out, and you quickly, for whatever reason, you see it ready before anyone else is. What do you do?
I'm going to be very... Well, I'll use my bonus action to give Strafaria inspiration.
Nice, nice. What does that look like?
Yeah, I got before our next session. I'll have to come up with my routine for the inspiration. I don't have it yet. I'll just say that he just says, Strafaria, look out, and blows his flute, his ocarina, and then gives the inspiration.
All right, so you got inspiration, a D6, and then what else would you like to do?
I think I'm just gonna run up. I don't know.
Really? Okay, do your thing.
Oh,
Actually, shoot, did I have it? I have it said you can control that.
no.
No? Let's do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're going to get to about right there.
What? Can I go diagonal?
I will allow that, yeah. So you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you run right up on this wolf. I know a lot of people don't do diagonal, but I do like, I like to do diagonal.
It's your game.
Yeah.
Do what you want. I'm gonna just take a swipe with my rapier.
Okay, rock and roll. Roll for attack.
It hits. I don't know. Like 19.
19, yes, definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Damage.
9.
9 points of damage as you just very nimbly run right up on this wolf and slash it right across their chest. The blood just splatters across the ground and you hear whimper out loud. Definitely does a decent amount of damage to this little wolf. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Alrighty. That is going to end your turn. We have Balkrog, you're next. You just saw Eldred run up and very quickly deal damage to this wolf. What would you like to do?
Well, you know I love running up and dealing damage to things, so I also can't move my boy.
Okay.
But I have 35 movement, so I think I can get there if I can move between the two of them. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh, right there in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call that good.
I'll swing with my mighty newly enhanced greatsword.
Nice, nice.
So we got +1 more to attack. So it's going to be a total of, what is it?
And
+4.
if you could roll with advantage, because Woodland Deckhouse has just redeemed "Do you need my assistance?"
Nice.
Channel points
Hell yeah.
from the hit movie Super Troopers. All of full disclosure, everyone when you redeem the channel points, every single channel point redemption is from a movie line.
Nice. Well, I got a 20 on one of my things.
A natural 20?
A natural 20, which is a 27, I believe.
Damn, natural 20. Get it? Let's go.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Damage 2 of these D6s. So that is 14.
14. As you almost knock Strafaria and Eldrin down as you run in between them, you bring your greatsword upward in this uppercut sort of attack and cleaves it completely in half up the middle. Just shreds it. Yeah, shreds it aside. That's the Balkrog attack. As this happens, though, there's just blood splattered everywhere, and is absolutely decimated. It only had 2 hit points left, so you fucking killed that thing up pretty hardcore, to be honest with you. But as that happens, you hear just a little bit south of you a small, cascading effect of a few different howls as a few more wolves leap out of the bush here. I'm gonna make sure this guy is gone, so you're dead. Wait a second. Why can't I delete you? There we go. That guy's gone. So yeah, Strafaria, you are up. You have 3 more wolves that have just jumped into this battle, though.
Okay. How many spaces away do I have to be for a longbow?
You just need to be at least 10 feet back. If you're right up against, you're going to have disadvantage on your shot.
Okay, so and each square is 5 feet?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm good to go. I'm gonna try to go for this wolf directly south of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack.
So, is this when I would add my point of inspiration?
You can, you definitely can.
Yeah, bardic inspiration. Okay.
And it's longbow is a strength base, so you do your strength modifier instead of dexterity.
Okay, 19.
Oh, that definitely hits. Roll damage, so 1d8 damage dice. So that and your strength modifier.
4.
Okay. As one wolf is just completely decimated, it almost literally explodes in front of you. You turn to see these other wolves just pop out of the bushes to help their companion, and you quickly just pop off an arrow right at one, hits it right into its shoulder. It growls at you a little bit as it's just like foaming at the mouth, ready to attack you. Would you like to move or do any hiding action on your turn?
Yes, I would like to hide.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to hide, like, in this bush.
Okay, so you can control yours at least.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
For some reason, I can also
17.
control hers.
Sorry, what was it?
17.
Okay, 17. You feel fairly hidden, especially with the ruckus of this battle. You feel like you're good to go. That'll end your turn. Next up is the wolf you just shot right here. They're actually gonna go right at Balrog and right here, and they're gonna take a bite at you, Balrog. That is fuck all. Not good at all. We're starting right back up from the last session where I could not roll shit for attacks.
It's in your lane, you know.
I guess so. Yeah, does a 12 hit? Absolutely
It
not.
does not.
As this wolf has just seen possibly its like companion just be completely destroyed. It goes to bite at you and is not confident at all. You just definitely just move out of the way as it misses very easily. That'll end their turn. Next up is this wolf here. They're actually going to go in place where that other wolf was, not noticing Stropharia, because she hid very well, and she's going to bite at you as well, Balrog.
Let's go.
That will give this wolf advantage because there is another wolf on the other side of you. It has its pack tactics. Let's see if I can get a good roll off of that. Yeah, that's a natural 18. Let me see if I can get a 20. Nope. So 22 to hit you.
Yep.
That will be...
Getting flanked.
Getting flanked. Get flanked. Oh, wow. Wow. That is 9 points of damage as this wolf just viciously bites right into your leg. Cannot jump up high enough to get too much higher on you, but digs in deep underneath your thigh.
Is this sorry.
Go ahead.
Is this piercing damage?
This is piercing damage.
Okay. I will receive 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's right. Smart feat that you took. The wolf is gonna like land back down and some blood just like trickling off of their mouth. They've tasted your blood and they are ready to have more. That will end their turn. Last but not least, we have this wolf here at the bottom. 10, 15, 20. No, they can't. They're going to go after you. They are not going to get advantage, though, because there's not another wolf on the other side of you. But they're going to take a bite at you. It's all bunching up right here. That's a natural 3. Misses horribly. You, like, step back from the bite that you took from the other wolf. And as you do, you see the other wolf coming, and you use your sword to, like, deflect the wolf from getting a bite at you. But you're getting cornered very quickly, and it is not looking good. That'll end your turn. No stream or Steam. I'm not trying to load Steam right now. Get the fuck out of here. That'll end your turn.
Changing gears.
Yeah, seriously. We're just going to bring up Elden Ring, apparently. God damn. I love how quickly Steam just wants to start. That'll end your turn. Eldrin, you are up.
If I move, is there any attack of opportunity on me?
Nobody is engaged with you yet. No.
Okay. I'm gonna pat Balrog on the back and just say, keep your head up, friend, and then give him some inspiration. And okay, I think I'm gonna move so that we have the 5 of us in one long line. So to the right of the rightmost wolf.
Oh, so you're doing like a tic-tac or a Connect 5 sort of thing.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
And I'll just take a swipe at this at my dog here.
Nice.
Does that get advantage because I'm on the other side? Or
Yeah, technically yes. You are flanking. There's a flank on flank action happening.
yeah, there is.
Flank on flank on flank.
Seriously. Sorry, I was trying to mess with the way to see if I can change who can control you, but it's not working. But go ahead and roll. You have advantage on your roll.
Ooh, that wasn't great, but I should still be okay. 15.
15. Yes, a 15 absolutely does hit. Go ahead and roll damage with your rapier.
Rapier. 7.
7 points of damage as you take it and you stab downward. You catch the wolf in their shoulder, pull back. The wolf sort of like rears back as it notices you for the first time. It's like looking back at Bakrog and you deciding which way to go. But you definitely do some good damage. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, that'll end your turn. Next up is Bakrog. You have 2 wolves on each side of you and a third one directly in front of you. You do not see Stropharia anywhere. She has seemingly disappeared into the bushes. What would you like to do?
Forgot I have all sorts of new abilities because of my leveling up.
Yep.
So I just gotta look through these real quick. I don't necessarily. Okay. I'm just gonna swing at the same wolf that Eldred just swung at.
Okay.
I'll use that.
Roll attack.
Yeah, I'll use that bardic inspiration here.
Nice.
Bam. That is a 16.
And with advantage as well.
Oh, okay. So maybe more.
Because you
than
are
16.
flanking. Yeah.
18.
That definitely. I mean, the 16 hit. Who knows if you got a natural 20 though? So
Yeah.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Do I? Can I ask how much it was hit for already? I missed it because I was reading my.
4 points of damage. Let me go back to that.
I did 7, and then you got hit by the arrow too.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I need to.
Yeah, 7 points of damage.
Is this the one that got shot by the arrow too, though?
I think the arrow one's right in front of me.
Correct.
Below.
Yeah.
No.
This is the arrow one.
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. This is the arrow one.
Okay, cool. Then I'm not going to add anything else here. We'll just deal. So one of my die is a 1, and this is actually something I just forgot until I was doing my level up, that I have great weapon fighting, so I get to re-roll any 1s that I roll on damage. Just one time. If I roll another 1, I don't get to do it again. Okay.
That'd be OP as hell if you could just keep rolling 1.
Forever. It's 1s and 2s actually, so it would be incredibly broken if I could just continually roll them. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 more damage.
Oh, this thing is fucking gone. Are you kidding me?
Bakrog, slayer of poor wolfie pups.
Yeah, this thing has just been shredded as it's looking at Eldrin and realizes that you're bringing your sword down in this like diagonal slash. At the last moment, looks back and is just cut completely in half, causing blood to splatter all over Eldrin's fancy clothing.
And I think since we're pretty close to the town we're heading to, right?
You definitely know that you're somewhat close. Yes,
somewhat close. I think I'm gonna risk it and use my action surge to take an extra action.
Okay. And who are you? What are you attacking?
I'm going to swing at the one. I'm gonna go for the one beneath me, south of me here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
so
attack.
this is
Burning the axe and
rolling-
surge. You're like adrenaline is just kicking in, and you're ready. You're almost seeing red like you did against the mind flare.
Yeah, I'm like, bite at me, will you? Trying to see if there's any way I can improve my chance to hit. I don't think there is though. No. Okay.
Strafaria, you're on deck. Just a heads up.
That probably hits 15 plus 4 plus 2, so 21.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'll roll damage, and I will use Giant Might to add a d6 to my damage.
Oh wow. Okay.
Activates for 1 minute up to. I can use it up to 2 times before resting. So this will use one of those. So I guess I should have done this at the start of battle, really, because it lasts for a minute. I forgot that rounds are like 8 seconds or something.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Bam. Okay, no rerolls needed, so that's gonna be 13, 14.
You guys see the
I do.
helpful hint in the chat?
Yeah, R.I.P. Decibel. Thank you very much. First time chat. I was just about to respond. Yeah, we definitely have been kind of flanking a little bit, but I think Bakrog is just full on kill mode. Is ready to go.
Yeah, I got 18 damage there.
Oh god, yeah. This wolf. You honestly, the one that was in front of Eldrin, you slash diagonally, cleave it completely in half, continue the momentum, and bring it around and do your uppercut slash, and you catch the wolf like up in the air, and it just literally, Mab took the words out of my mouth, turns it into a fine mist, and just explodes this damn wolf completely. This wolf is gone. That's gonna end your turn, unless you want to move or anything.
I'm good.
Okay. So that'll end your turn. Strafaria, you're up. You have one more wolf that's like looking at Bakrog, but it looks like might just take off. But you look fairly hidden. What would you like to do in the trees over there? I moved you back a little bit because I realized you said you wanted to be into the trees.
Cool. I would like to draw my longbow.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll attack.
I think our cat is
15.
infiltrating.
Yeah.
Cat's coming in. 15, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage with your sneak attack. And thanks for the layout. Appreciation, Decibel. We
I remember
ourselves.
your sneak attack adds 2d6 now instead of just
Correct.
1.
Yeah, 5.
So you got your 2d6 plus your 1d8 from the bow plus strength.
Yeah, you got to deal more than 5.
Wait, plus what?
You get
So
a,
it's
you get a d8.
2d6,
Yeah,
d8, 2d6,
D8
and your
plus
strength
the-
modifier.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
like Terminator
I
mode
forgot
right
the
here.
I forgot the D8.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, just 2 more, so 7.
and then
7 points of damage.
plus your strength, right? Because of the
I have
longbow.
0 strength.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
I'm not strong.
I see.
Definitely loving the cat
Yes,
guest star.
She's excited.
She needs attention. Aw.
Oh, do I have the wrong layout on? Oh, I do. I'm sorry. No apologies whatsoever. I just realized we do have a different layout, but it shows level 1, and that's on me. My bad. I'm gonna have to fix that. No, they are level 3, and as you bring back your bow, Strafaria, you kind of like pop up at the last second, and the wolf finally turns, realizing that you're there, catch it right into the side of their stomach, causing a good amount of damage, but they're still going, bloodied for sure. That is going. Do you want to move or do anything else? You can move and hide again. The DC is going to be a little bit higher.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. That will end your turn. The next up is the wolf. And honestly, they're going to try to book it as they realize that they're in deep trouble as their friends are all dead. That will give Bakrog an attack of opportunity, though, as they try to take off.
We'll surely take it.
I'm going to see if I could fix this on stream.
Doing it live.
Doing it live, folks.
I got the 21 again. Same
Oh,
roll
yeah,
as
that
last time.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. I got to stop saying that because I'll actually say it like that.
Oh, yeah. If the last one was a fine miss, this one, I don't even know. Just Yeah, I got 22 damage on that.
Oh, yeah, that fucker's gone. That is not even a wolf anymore. It probably never even existed at this point.
I've undone its existence.
The wolf is just completely destroyed.
Yeah,
you
I
all
took the stream with me.
Yeah, you honestly, your attack was so strong it broke this fucking stream. Holy shit. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. Tried to fix shit on stream and it just shot down on me.
You already knew we were.
So as you finish this wolf and your intensity and adrenaline starts to like lower down, yeah, you find yourselves like looking around, seeing if there's any other wolves or any other foes, and go ahead and give me perception checks, everyone.
Mm. 18.
Okay.
20.
5.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Bakrog, Strafaria, you both are like very much aware that there is nothing around that it looks like is a danger to you. Eldrin, you're kind of impressed by yourself in that battle. The fact that you didn't use a spell and you actually did damage, so you're not really looking around too well. And you're just thinking about how much of a badass you are. Oblivious to the fact that Bakrog just like completely destroyed a wolf in front of your eyes.
Am I one of those pimps?
Yeah, as the three of you kind of like gather yourselves, being on the lookout for any other wolves or anything. Go ahead and we'll continue your way back to Daggerford. As you roll into town, it's late evening. We're looking around 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock or so. Do you head back to the Harper's Guild?
Yeah, well, I mean, I could use a rest first, but I don't think it's going to matter. We can go there first.
You're just like, I want to be ready for battle at all times.
At all times.
Strafaria, Eldrin?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. So as you very much head your way back to the Harper's Guild, you're familiar with Daggerford and the smaller town compared to Waterdeep. You open the door of this sort of like long wooden lodge that the Harpers find themselves their home. And as you walk in, you see there has not been many members of the Harpers Guild. It's like slowly been dwindling because of death or people quitting. There's been like a lack of faith in the group itself. And very quickly you find Kenrith, the new leader, who's like coming around a corner with a bunch of scrolls and papers, and he like stops for a second in shock. Oh, hey, you're back. You actually made it back. Did you complete your journey? Is Bren with you?
We sure did.
That's good. Where's Bren?
Bad news.
Fortunately, he didn't make it out alive.
And he like His smile quickly fades. I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm definitely going to need more information, but I'm glad that you all made it back alive. Did you find the miners? Did the cause of what was going on with all these missing miners, did you figure that all out?
It was the mind flayer.
Mind flame. Wow. Honestly, didn't know any existed around here anymore. Wow, that's amazing. I have to say, I'm kind of shocked. You guys really came through. Not to say I'm sorry, any lack of your abilities or anything, but no offense. It's just, that's a mind flayer's a lot. You all look, and he like stops and takes a step back to look at the three of you. You all look very much battle hardened and pretty badass in general, to be honest with you.
Wasn't easy, but we managed.
I can tell. Thank you. Honestly, the Harper's Guild, Daggerford really needed this. There's been a lot of trouble with the nobility and the lack of faith in our capabilities of following through on a mission. And this is one step closer to getting that sort of confidence back. So, from me personally, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll do kind of like a holding my sword up, since I'm like an ex-gladiator, and that's really all I know. I'm like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Kenrith nods his head to you. Respect. I appreciate it. I believe you're owed some reward.
I believe you're correct.
Well, Eldrin, been working hard on yours in particular, and he like beckons you all back to his office. That looks a little bit more organized since the last time you were there, but definitely still pretty much in disarray. Papers everywhere, books, scrolls. But as he walks in, he walks around behind his desk, and he pulls out this like chalice. It's not super fancy. It's very basic. There's no jewels in the side of it or anything. It looks like it's made out of a gold like material, although Eldrin, with your keen eye and familiarity with different, you could tell it is not gold. But as he hands it to you, he said, "This is the Orator's chalice." From what I was told, that every time you go to drink out of this, any spells that you cast are, the potency of them are increased. But be warned, if you drink too many times out of a day at this, it could cause a negative effect, some exhaustion, if you will. So do keep that in mind.
I will.
And I'll give you the full-on details of what that actually does later.
Let's talk through it right now.
Fucking asshole. Yes, let me give you the stats, if you will. And he pulls out these like boots that are very basic looking, but hands them over to you, Strafaria, and says, "These are boots of quickening. If you activate them, it'll increase your speed, make it harder for people to hit you, and also can give you more things to do in the middle of battle." I hope they help you, truly.
Thank you.
And then, after handing the chalice and the boots, he turns over to you, Bakrog, and he hands you a very basic, simple ring. It's like brass. It looks super small compared to your finger. He goes to hand it to you and he says, "Try it on." And you look at it like, there's no way this is fitting on my little finger. Or this little thing is not fitting on my big finger. But he says, "Try it on."
I will.
You go to put it on your finger, and as it gets close to you, the tip, it like expands and fits perfectly onto your finger, almost as if it was like made for you. As it does, he tells you this is the Ring of Immunity. When you go to rest, you can concentrate on it and pick a condition that you will be immune against. But you have to set it before a battle. So you can't change it in the middle of a battle. Trust me, I've tried. And he kind of like goes like this with his arm. Some sort of long battle he can't get over.
And thank you much. This would have been
Thank you.
so good when we fought that mind flare, but
I bet. I can hear they're pretty tricky to go up against. I've never fought one myself, to be honest with you. And although I'm not much of a fighter, I have seen quite a few different foes. So I'm truly impressed by all three of you. If you are interested, I let you all know that Lady Morrowind of Daggerford, one of the highest nobles here in our fine town, has a fancy dinner planned for a lot of the nobility and also some representatives of the Harper's Guild. I would like to invite you all to that in the next few days, if you're interested. It could be a one place where you could garner favor with some of the most rich and powerful people in our town.
free food, I'll be there. Sheath sword.
I gotta say, I'm not a very big fan of nobility, so I'm not sure about that.
You know, honestly, I can understand that. But like your good friend Bakrog said, free food. And some of the finest of all the Sword Coast.
I'll consider it.
Fair enough. Please, go rest. Take a few days to gather your strength. And even if you don't do the dinner, come to see me before you go. I thank you. And he forearm clasps, like, each of you in solidarity, if you all allow him to.
For sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right. And with that, as you all go to leave, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. I want to thank the players. Thank you very much. I'm going to shut off this fucking forest music here. I want to thank the players very much. That was a awesome session, and I apologize for the technical difficulties, the stream being a son of a bitch, but we'll get all that figured out. And please join us for the next session, the true start of the Curse of Strahd campaign, where we really kick off this awesome session. RIP Decibel, thank you for chatting, hanging out with us, and for the follow. Super appreciate it. Also, Mab interacting and following with us as well, and Woodland Deckhouse for using your channel points. If you do not know, we are using our channel points to actually affect and interact the game, giving people advantage, adding more enemies, or even healing people as you go to watch. So as we go to start this Curse of Strahd campaign, there's a even hidden channel point redemption that Phil and the rest don't even know about yet. So be on the lookout for that. I am so excited for that. I almost like spoiled it a few times. So it's going to be amazing. But next Tuesday at 9, we're going to do that. Hannah, do you want to plug anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, I am on Instagram. Mushroom Moonflower, if you're interested in mushroom, lichen, and slime mold identifications. And February 19th, if you're local, you can join my lichen education class. Just ask me how to sign up, and I'll send you the link.
Cyrus with the chat info. Appreciate it very much.
Getting my mod flex on here.
You can
Hell
throw
yeah.
my TikTok on there too.
Is it the
for
same
other
thing?
naturalism. Naturalism and chain mail is what I do on TikTok.
Is it the same or a different one?
I think it's a wild moonflower.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a wild moonflower.
Sweet.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And Cyrus, if you want to plug anything.
Yeah, sure. Mental Misplay is pretty cool. We do Magic the Gathering stuff. Primarily Commander. I'm primarily into the CDH competitive Commander. I'm a special guest. This guy. I think I'm pointing the right way. No, it'd be this guy because I'm reversed. This Saturday we'll be playing with Angelo and Brandon from the name of that store, Aegis. Yeah, Brandon, he's a tournament organizer up here. We played in a tournament at the shop that he organizes for, and he's going to join us on stream, and also Faded MTG of
that's right, Jeremy. Hell
yeah, so it'll be a real fun, chill night for sure. Right before we left the tournament, Brandon was like, "Oh, sick dystopia patch." So I know he's on the level. So yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Hell yeah, I look forward to it. Absolutely.
Saturday 9 p.m. West Coast time.
Yep, Chillaxamundar. Definitely give them a follow. Awesome channel. And Phil, we haven't talked about Sunday's Not Enough Time podcast. Who knows what we're going to do? We'll definitely drop the survey once again on the Instagram. So give us a follow on all the socials because you can decide what we did last week. We did some video games, but the week before that, let me get to that. 2 weeks before that, we did a fast food tier ranking that was voted by the community. So give us a follow and see what we do on Sunday.
I enjoy that you start that off by pretending as if you're going to give me a chance to plug, and then you just talk about the thing you want to talk about. So.
I mean, I'm trying to do something for you here. I know that we didn't talk about what we're going to do on Not Enough Time podcast, so it kind of fits because we didn't have enough time to even talk about it, even
on
the podcast itself. Yeah, it's on theme, but I'm making the attempt. All right, so give me a break. But yeah. We will see you all on Sunday, and then next Tuesday for sure. I got a very special beginning to this next session. So you're not gonna want to miss that. Phil knows a little bit. So it's. I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's pretty special. We're gonna
for it.
Yes, for sure. We're gonna do some rating
our tier list, please.
No. For the Neighborhood RPG, I got something really cool that I've been working on. So, yeah, I'm just not going to say anymore because I will effing spoil it, and I hate spoiling stuff. But it's pretty cool. RP Decibel, love to see you chatting, and hope to see you here next Tuesday.
Yeah,
we're going to raid Emma Skyward. She is playing
She's been
more
grinding today. She's been streaming for forever. So yeah,
it's just rocking it. Absolutely love to see that too. Awesome person. Please lay the not like this emotes and into their chat and say hello for us. But we will see you all next time on Sunday. Or check out Mental Misplay on Saturday at 9 Pacific Coast time. But definitely be patient with yourself and others. It's a simple thing you can do to make this world a better and easier place to live in. And as always, please stay hydrated. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Oh, looks like Emma literally just ended right as we rated.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's so funny.